Now let's talk about, given the scale factor, the everything else, find area and volume using the chart. For example, two similar spheres have circumferences in the ratio 4 to 10. Remember, a ratio can be thought of as a fraction like that. Given the volume of the smaller sphere is 48 pi centimeters cubed, what is the volume of the larger sphere? Anytime we see similar, let's think of making the chart. So straight away, I'm going to make the a squared v cubed chart. Notice they gave me a ratio. That ratio is for the circumferences. Does that say the word area or volume? No, it doesn't. So this goes in the EE column. So I go 4 over 10. Now, before I do anything, I ask myself, can I reduce that fraction? And I can. I can do this in my head because I know they're both divisible by 2. But just to practice if it's a more complicated fraction, using our calculator, we can type 4 divided by 10. We could press enter or not and go to math, frac. It always gives us the reduced fraction, 2/5 in this case. So this equals 2/5, and this is going to be the ratio that I use to fill in the rest of my chart. So 2 over 5, putting it in the area column means I have to square it. 2 squared over 5 squared makes 4 over 25. To put it in the volume column, 2 cubed over 5 cubed, remember I'm always using this, makes 8 over 125. Now, I didn't really need the area column because remember they said the volume, and they only talked about volume. So I actually could have skipped this column altogether. I want to focus on the volume column. Given the volume of the smaller sphere, so the smaller one is 48 pi. Where is the smaller number? It's on top. So we're going to make a proportion with the 8 over 125 by setting this equal to 48 pi. Remember, because it's the smaller one, it goes where the smaller number is. Smaller's on top, bigger's on the bottom in this particular ratio. What is the volume of the larger sphere? I don't know that one. Let's call that x. So x in the denominator. So this is the proportion that we're going to focus on solving. How do we solve a proportion? Cross multiply. 8 times x is 8x. 48 pi times 125. Now, if I need to use my calculator, I'm only going to type 48 times 125. I'm not going to type pi because I want to use an exact answer. So back to my proportion that I'm solving, I got 6,000, but I need to say times pi because I didn't type that in. Remember, I'm trying to get x by itself, so now I need to divide both sides by 8. Back to my calculator, I'm going to do just the 6,000 divided by 8 part. 6,000. Whoops. You know what? I already have 6,000 as the previous answer. I'm just going to type divided by 8. And I get 750. So I know that x equals 750, but of course I didn't type pi, so I still write pi. That means the volume of the larger sphere is 750 pi centimeters cubed. Remember, they're asking for volume, and volume is cubic units.